Hello YouTube, it's Pokemaster Steve back at it with another video. This is going to be my third part of my collection. I wanted to go over some of the slabs that I own. It's kind of a small suitcase right now. I didn't think I would collect this many, but I already want to collect a lot more. So let's kind of go ahead and take a quick look. I'll kind of go over each card and their story with me. So I guess we'll start it off with this Blastoise pack. This was the I got this from Whatnot. This is actually just a base set pack, empty, and I don't know, it just kind of holds some special value because this is the original set that we all grew up with. So just to kind of see one in pristine condition right now. Well, not really pristine, but it is saved nonetheless. So that's why it's in my little personal collection here. This one, it was actually just a gift for me. This is Celebrations promotional card. Actually, doesn't belong in my my slab collection, so I'll have to put this one away soon. Um, Outside of that, we have three cards here. We actually have the Ralts, the uh, Carla, and the Gardevoir. So this is like a triple set card. Really special to me because it kind of represents like a little storyline, like a timeline of the Pokemon and its trainer. So if you don't have this, it's very inexpensive right now. I think it's maybe $5, $10, and $20 right now, maybe a little bit less, but definitely a wonderful little keepsake for um, for collectors. So that's why it's in here. This Lugia, again, it's not a slab, but I kind of kept it in my my little outside my singles collect, my personal collection per se. And the Lugia here, this one I actually pulled in my third pack of Silver Tempest that I ever opened. This is the first set I opened up outside of 151 coming back into the hobby. So the third pack hit this Lugia, got so excited, ended up buying, probably opening another 50, 60, 70 packs. Of course, got nothing afterwards, but uh, finally got one of the chase cards from a set. So that's why this card is special to me. Made it to my little personal collection. Now the rest of these are slabs, so I kind of go over the storyline of these. This is the back when this is actually one of the first slabs that I purchased. Dragonair 151 PSA 10. I was just on eBay a lot buying cards that I thought were undervalued and looked great. So that Dragonair's one. And this Dragonite, same thing. I went with the phase trying to buy all the Dragonites. That's why you can see my logo now is a Dragonite. But I was just collecting all of them I could, and this one was on eBay, and I think it was only like $12. The cost to grade is 15, so I definitely snagged that. Um, these two right here are probably my favorite Dragonites that I own that are in slabs at least. Both of these are the Hollow and the Reverse Hollow from Legends Awakened. Pretty cool story. They both got PSA 9s. This is from my vintage set, or not really my vintage, but from when I was playing 10 years ago, or at least collecting 10 years ago. So both of these get 9. Great. This one right here, worth a good penny, like $178 or $779. But this one right here is really nice because uh, Reverse Hollow, this actually only has a population of like 6 or 7. So there are no sales of this card for quite some time. So I think I got a pretty cool little piece of history right there. Moving forward, we got our little Team Rockets Dragonite. This one, super cool, PSA 7. Um, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Kind of wish it got a better grade, but it is what it is. All right, this Piers, this is one that I got the slot PSA 10, and I got it for less than the cost to grade. I think I won this bid on eBay for like $10, so picked it up. I don't really know. I guess you can call that a junk slab, but It's in my collection now. All right, moving on. Mega Blastoise. I think this one, uh, I actually bought a small portion of a friend of mine's collection, and he pretty much just he had a couple of slabs. He had mostly Japanese cards. If you looked at my singles collection in my earlier episodes, you'll see that this card is talked about, or not this card, but you'll see the collection that I purchased from him. And I love Blastoise. I love all the starters, but Blastoise in particular. So same thing. Got a little Japanese tag team Piplup and Blastoise. Sorry, the looks like the camera is just kind of going all over the place, but it must be trying to be smart and follow my hands and such. But that Piplup, won it on eBay. It was just like $20, $30. Loved it. This Dark Raichu, big token card of mine. First, it's a first edition, first secret rare card. Came back in a PSA 6. So this is one. It actually looks great. Like the card does look great. I know why it got a 6. So this is something that I do think I'll probably crack open in the future. Try to get it restored a little bit. I don't think I'll get it regraded because I think if it got cleaned up and such, it could be like an 8. But I really kind of want it as a binder collection, and um, yeah, definitely one of my favorite cards. So moving forward, this came from my recent PSA submission, the Tyranitar, Godzilla Tyranitar, boss looking card, got a 10. Japanese cards grade really well. Love to see it in my collection. Um, this Raichu base set, actually, long story. I think when I was like 9 or 10, I just started collecting originally, and my older cousin, he's a big collector. He actually sent me a card that you'll see later in this video, but he actually mailed me this card way back when. I remember he left a tag on. It was $20. I think it was $20. Either $7 or $20. I don't know. It's been almost 30 years now, but it was in my collection forever. So sent it in just to get it cased up. Um, Good token and good storytelling right there. Okay, this Mew. If you saw my last PSA returns video, this is one of 4 Mews um, that I had. And I thought this is the best one I sent. PSA is being a little bit strict on this one. I do think it should have gone a 10, but it's a 9 in my collection right now. Next, I'm going to move over to some, I guess, some Beckett cards. This is just an Arceus. Came out at a good price, I believe, on eBay. I think I bought it like $20 or something, and I was like, oh, it's a 9.5 Arceus gold card. Looks really cool. Beginning of my eBay career, at least as a buyer. I don't really buy much on there anymore, but something I definitely snagged up. This one right here, this Mew 9.5 Beckett. Funny thing, if you watch that Beckett return video of mine, you will see we got absolutely burned by Beckett. Every single card came back at 9.5. Everything looked perfect, but 9 Beckett's eyes. And that this time I had only sent one card in that batch, but I was not spared the same fate as the rest of the cards. All right, next up we have this is funny card. I thought this was Japanese. I was like, oh, Beckett 10 is only I think I won the bid for like $5 or something. Super expensive. I remember coming in, I was like, why is the back in English? And then I realized the card's not it's not Japanese. It's actually in Thai. So, yeah. Uh, Pretty cool card though, nonetheless. Back at 10. I can say I got it back at 10. Would have paid $5 for it. This one right here, awesome card. This is Whatnot. Those are the Omega slabs, like mystery CGC slabs. I have some different opinions about that particular company, those mystery slabs. But the very first one I bought on Whatnot, it wasn't a bid, just bought it from the shop, like $25 or something. Came out to be this beauty. So CGC 10, Entei promo from 2001. super glad I didn't participate. It was a great adrenaline rush for sure. So same thing with this. I don't think this one was a mystery slab though. I think I won it just in a auction. So population super low, but this is a pristine 10 Arceus in Japanese. So almost no comps on it, but man, absolutely beautiful card. Beautiful grade. Had to have in my collection and I won it in an auction. I really only paid like $15, so you can't really beat that. Same thing here. Rushed into this this particular slab. It was on Whatnot also, and just kind of funny story about this one. I had no idea what the comps are. Again, I came in at 151. This is a, Shiny Fates promo card, I think. But you know, the bid was at like $10, so I just swung at it and I said, okay, I think it should be worth it. End up winning it. Yeah, and it's in a 10. So I like 10s. You know, although with the CGC you got like pristine 10s and such. But all right, moving on. Erica's this is the other side of the Omega slab. So sometimes you'll get like these 10s, pristine 10s, but a lot of times you get these type of cards. I don't know, just kind of one of those junk slabs. I'll figure something out about it. This one, another Omega slab. I had a time with me and Whatnot, just kind of buying cards off there. Pretty happy about this one though, because this is Dragonite again, one of my favorite Pokemon. And just to get one in a 10, pretty cool. But I think this is like in Silver Tempest, I believe. So pretty cool. All right, now for some of my better slabs. This one right here, Zapdos from Supreme Victors. I had a funny story. When I first saw this card, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was a terrible art. I love Zapdos, but didn't like that. I only had 70 HP. Didn't know anything about the card game, so I only did 30 damage with 3 energy cards. Doesn't make sense. But got it graded, got an 8. It actually has a small, not a, I don't think you guys can see it, but I was lucky to get an 8 on this. But yeah, love it in my collection for sure. As you can see, I am beginning to find my identity as a collector. I love the sets. I love all of these legendary bird Pokemon from the original series. I'm sorry, original generation. So pick this one up at my local LCS. Um, yeah, which moves us to our next card, another uh birds. This one I sent in the Zapdos from 151. Absolutely stunning, stunning artwork. My favorite artwork of the series. Velada series. This probably might be my favorite modern card. So glad that I got a 10 when I sent it in. And then yeah, the my friend's collection, the Japanese collection I bought, he had this one hanging out in there. A beautiful card, and another one with the three birds. So, you know, this was the most valuable card I believe that I did buy from him. And yeah, sent it in to get graded. I had a feeling sending it in that it was only gonna get a 9, and you know, sure enough, it did get a 9. All right. So I am a set type person. It does look like so. This one right here, my mic is all up in my way, but we have the legendary sets of the Ho-Oh. So cool, great looking card here. I wonder if I can get the hollows. I can't get it on this one. But yeah, they got the sequential grade from PSA. Unfortunately, one of them got a 5. Inspecting it, I definitely saw why, but I thought these would be cool in PSA sleeves. All right, moving on to all of our like vintage things. Mewtwo, one of those iconic cards from back in the day. Definitely just wanted this in a slab. Um, I don't really remember much, but I just really wanted it in a slab. And you know, yeah, it's Mewtwo. Love it. All right, this one I don't remember why I sent it. I think when I sent my first PSA submission, I was just looking for, you know, all through my like old cards, my vintage cards, trying to find um cards that I thought were good. Clearly this one was not in the eyes of PSA, and now that I know more a lot more now than I did when I was doing when I sent my first submission, I would have done otherwise. Same thing with this card, Blastoise. First edition Team Rocket, non-hollow. I was like, looks good of my cards. Sent it in. Got a 7. Nice card though. Good to have be in my deck. I mean, not my deck, my collection. Uh, and yeah, Blastoise, love it. All right, Gengar. This one got a 6. From Fossil. Same thing. Some of my favorite Pokemon like Raichu, Arcanine, Dragonite, Gengar, all of that. If they were in my original vintage set, I know, yeah, my vintage set and such, I pretty much sent it in, assuming I thought these were good cards. A 6 says otherwise though. And then moving on, Sabrina's Gengar. Honestly, didn't know this card was even worth anything when I got back into my old collection. But lo and behold, this is actually like the second top hit in the Gym Heroes. I think behind Blaine's Charizard, I believe. But yeah, looked great originally. So I sent it and got a 7. Will I crack it? Probably. I'll relook at it, see if any of these cards I can like, just send my restore and then keep it in my binder, keep it looking nice. All right, these next three, these are all Ancient Muse from my original collection, my token cards from my childhood. My mom bought us all tickets to go watch the movie, and I got my card and my sister's cards. So, yeah, I only think I got an 8, a 9, and then a 10. Honestly, I think they were all 10s, all three of the cards. Never saw the light of day, never played with them. I was like, wow, these just look so nice. So they just stayed in my binder. Never made into a deck because I couldn't read it. And yeah. So moving on, we got ourselves a Japanese 151 Mewtwo. So funny thing on this, I thought Japanese cards grade really well. So in one of the last submissions, I sent it in. It was the best one. I have like 7 of them. So I thought I sent the best one, and I was like, well, 95% of these Mewtwo's that go in get a 10. Clearly, mine wasn't part of that 90%. But regardless, I digress. Articuno, no reason why I sent this card in. Honestly, I thought it looked good, and I guess I was just trying to get close to 20, what was it, 20 card submissions. So that's why I got sent. Didn't get a good grade though. Same thing with this Blaine's Moltres. I think this is card. I have to relook. I want to relook at a lot of my first submissions again, see if there's anything that like can kind of be easily fixed because these are such beautiful cards. It's a shame that there's a 7, but I'll look to see if it can be fixed. All right. Same thing with that, like Tyranitar earlier. I did send a couple Japanese cards to get graded. This Groudon, one of them. Man, just what a good looking alternate art. This is from Paradox Rift. Um, Fantastic card. I absolutely love it. I sent it in for the sole purpose of it getting a 10 and then staying in my personal collection. So super happy about that one. All right, these next two, the legendary cards. This is just same story as my Ho-Oh. I was playing, collecting a couple years ago, like maybe 10 years ago. So I do have both of these sequential order, and both in PSA 8. So this is a nice and nice and good looking set of cards. So yeah, get to do this. I've only done this like 2 or 3 times in my entire career as a Pokemon collector. But yeah, these cards look great. All right, moving on. We got ourselves the Screamtail. This is actually the Pokemon Center exclusive. Because I came in 151, didn't know anything about Pokemon Center. Ended up buying this ETB for way too much. I think I spent too much. It was too much. It was like $100 and some dollars just on the ETB. Didn't understand what was going on. It was just the next set after 151. But if anything, I was like, well, since I spent so much on the ETB, this extra promo should be worth something because it got the Pokemon Center stamp. So I got it graded, came back at 10. Yeah, so might look into getting all of the Pokemon Center ETB exclusive cards and see if I can get them all at 10 because that'd be a fantastic set also. All right, next card, Pikachu PSA 10. Uh, this was the first alternate art that I actually pulled from 151, and I thought I hit gold. I was like, wow, this is just the coolest card. Alternate arts, and never seen an alternate art before. So this Pikachu just has a space in my heart, in my memory, forever. And now it is in a 10. So absolutely fantastic. Very happy to have this in my collection. All right, this next one. This is back when slabs were brand spanking new to me. I was just about like get tens, get tens, get tens, no matter what. Visited our local LCS Giant Sports Cards in Alpharetta. They had this one for sale, and I was like, well, I want to slowly collect some slabs. So this was like the second or third slab that I ever owned. Bought it from them. Great shop, great card. Glad to have it in my collection. Same thing with this Gyarados, except for I think I got this one on eBay. Just kind of thinking like, hey, well, if the raw card is, I don't know, $10, $20, and to get it in a PSA 10, it only costs you an extra $20, which is the cost of the grading fees. Why not have it, right? So, so yeah, I thought rainbows were really cool a couple months ago. So I bought a few, but as you can tell, I bought a bunch of them in the PSA 10. Uh, so yeah, I had different, thoughts now, but I'll end this video with my three favorite slabs. It is the Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates, the Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze, and the Charizard VMAX from Champions Path. These three cards are my signature cards. I love like yeah, I'm a sets type of person. As you saw my singles there, I have a bunch of master sets that I'm working on, and I think that is the way I want to collect as a collector. Quick history on these. This Charizard was actually during the pandemic when cards were like very difficult to find, scalpers, a whole nine. I didn't care. I wasn't playing Pokemon or anything then. One of my friends said, "Hey, we gotta, we have 10 ETBs we can buy." So I just said, "Okay, well, I'll take two of them, and I just won't open them because if Pokemon cards are worth $1 million right now, this is like 4 years ago." I said, I'll just hold on to these for 20 years and leave it at that. So I kept it in my closet for a good like 2 years. And then one of my cousin came over and his kids really enjoyed Pokemon. So I gave him the ETB to open and to really have. And lo and behold, that Charizard was one of the cards, and my cousin's like, I can't take this from you, so I'm gonna get it graded and send it to you. And then a couple months later, we got it back and it came back at 10. At the time, man, sometimes I wonder because when I actually had this ETB in possession, the card was worth like $500 brand new, and I had it with me. But by the time it was actually opened, graded, returned back to me, value was $75. Now it's like a $25 card. All right, this one, good friend of mine, Justin. He's an upcoming online store seller. He's a vendor at a lot of shops. I mean, a lot of collecticons, things like that. So we really wanted to support him. He gave me this Charizard for a great deal, so picked it up. That started my collection for all three, which brings me to the last card I want to present today, which is the Charizard VMAX from Champions Path. This is just a card. I was like, I'm missing the rainbow. Need the rainbow. And so heavily on the search for one for a long time. Didn't want to pay full price like on eBay. So I was just lowballing everybody. No one gave it to me. Came across my LCS from Giants, and then they had one there. So I offered them a bunch of slabs they didn't need anymore, and they accepted the trade. But yeah, so that is my entire collection. So if you saw this video, that is as of February, I don't really know. I think this is February 20th. So you might see this video at the beginning of March. Oh no, or maybe you'll see this in the later this week. That is my collection. The slabs, I when I bought this case originally, I didn't think I'd ever have more, but I think we're getting pretty close. So who knows? Maybe I'll get another one, or maybe this is just a sign to stop buying slabs. But we'll see. Anyways, if you guys have enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Let me know, what is your favorite slab, and are you a slabs person, a sealed person, or a singles type collector? Put it in the comments below. Love to chat with you guys. But until next time, thank you so much for coming out. We'll see you later.